Mrauk-U is the capital of the Rakhine Kingdom, a significant and singular cultural landscape in the Rakhine state of Myanmar. The city flourished from the 15th century to the 18th century, and it became an international center of trade and commerce, contributing to the global history. Positioned in a very strategic location, the city not only contributed to the international trade in the Indian Ocean, but also led to the spread of the Mahamuni cult of Buddhism in Southeast Asia. Evidence of the crowned Buddha images with royal attire are most popular during Mrauk-U period and spread throughout the region. Magnificent temples like Shaitang, Tokante, and stone stupas like Rajanabo, and Mrauk, and many others show the significant development of Buddhist stone architecture in the Mrauk-U period. The palace was situated in the center of the city at the junction of the Daunyo, Daungokka, and Daungkala hills, with valleys separated by numerous streams joining the natural and artificial lakes. The city was set within the hilly terrain of the north-south mountain ranges extending from the Sindang of southern Chin Hills. One of the spurs of Sindang is known as Mount Sue Hill Range, running north-south up to Bandwet and Mount Sue Village. Another two on the east are Maja and Barain Hill Range, located in the Lemro River Valley. To the east are wider flat plains with networks of tributaries of Galadan River Valley. To the north of the Mrauk-U is the spread of hillocks like Lim Wei Dao, which additionally provides an important geographical setting for its water management. The city is protected by natural barriers on 3 sides, and the eastern side has the most elaborate man-made defense of fortifications and moats because of the geographical vulnerability. Mrauk-U is a remarkable military, agrarian, trading, and Buddhist landscape. It is located in one of the rarest deltaic geophysical positions on the world map. It is an innovative adaptation of advanced hydraulic engineering. Mrauk-U is an exceptional testimony to the cultures of Southeast Asia, and in particular, the RAKHINE civilization that dominated the trade and economy in the geopolitical region in the Bay of Bengal in Indian Ocean from the 15th to the 18th centuries. The distinctive features are related to the landscapes, buildings, beliefs, traditions, and trade. All these contribute to the extraordinary value of Mrauk-U. Mrauk-U geographical location is a unique typology. Town planning for defense has outstanding types of buildings. It is situated where the intermountain and transboundaries of Galadin and Lemro River Valley meet. And some 60 kilometers inside from the coast. It flourished into a center of trade and commerce as a cosmopolitan city for over 3 centuries. The landscape and hydraulic engineering for defense, agriculture, and water management displays a unique geophysical and geopolitical setting. The most original elements of Mrauk-U architectural heritage are the religious stone constructions, such as the temples, stupas, Bidagatai, and the system of natural and man-built components of fortification of the 16th and 17th century. The physiographical and physical attributes showed the complete military, agrarian, religious landscape. The historic boundary is still identifiable. The attributes like the defense structures, the walls, city gates, and the moats, and religious structures such as stupas, temples, Buddha images, and the shrine and the ordination hall, and Bidagatai, granary are still in present locations. With most of the significant structures intact and functioning. A large quantum of these attributes is intact, amounting to a total inventorying of more than 1,000 physical structures, including archaeological remains. The defense systems are not functional anymore, but we can still describe the places where they were built. The evidence of the advancements of the constructions for these structures are still present. Even after the inevitable changes and the altered appearances, we still have a fair idea of the landscape and hydraulic engineering and the maximum use of the site's natural characteristics by the fortifications and the series of moats. The primary examples are Anumaka and Leseka are still functional. The timeless religious structures like the Shaitang and Guldown temples remain the remarkable design, material, and execution during construction of the past. The city maintains its original location and setting, and it continues to function as a living city, with the most significant religious attributes while keeping their original functions. Even though the defense and the royal attributes are not functioning, they are protected and open to public as visiting sites. The continuing existence of the religious structures, Buddha images, and sculptures clearly demonstrate the significance of religion in the society, and their use for worshipping and other religious activities even after the Burmese invasion of Mrauk-U in 1784. The people of Mrauk-U are strongly associated with the religious temples and stupas, and they carry on their traditional manner of living, celebrating rituals and ceremonies. Language and other forms of intangible heritage are still intact. Even the physiographical attributes of hydraulic engineering, such as larger lakes and reservoirs, are adapted to climate changes since centuries, are partially functioning for water management. A number of the residents continue practicing agriculture, and paddy fields exist in most areas. The agricultural area amounts to 48% of the nominated property area. Some of the physiographical and physical remains are lost by the ages of neglect, environmental effects such as floods, earthquake, and climatic change and vandalism. The expansion of residential constructions garbage dumping, and the introduction of deep plow agricultural practices are factors affecting and deficiencies to the property. However, there is a large quantum of the archaeological remains that have been inventoried and exist in their original state without intervention. Further scientific research on these will add to more information on the original features of Mrauk-U in future as part of the integrated management framework. The legal framework for safeguarding heritage and controlling development is linked to an inventory of monuments as well as to a zoning plan. The zoning plan includes clearly defined World Heritage boundaries of property and buffer zone. The amended Protection and Preservation of Cultural Heritage Regions Law 2019 has nominated the buffer zones, and they are demarcated. Heritage Management Committees for Mrauk-U region has been established for coordination at national, regional, and district level coordination to work together for safeguarding Mrauk-U and to implement their respective tasks and undertake relevant legal provisions for the property. The government adopted the institutional, legal, and economic frameworks for the effective management of the property by the Integrated Management Framework for Mrauk-U. In order to ensure the efficient and effective management of the property, the procedures of conservation, maintenance, monitoring, archaeological works, and visitor management have been implemented. In addition to legal protection, the monuments, monasteries, structures, and artifacts of Mrauk-U are also protected by custom and traditional practice. As highly venerated places of worship and religious pilgrimage, the sites and objects from the sites are respected as sacred by the people of Myanmar throughout history. They continue to be protected from looting, vandalism, or other forms of purposeful destruction. These customary protections of the communities and institutional implementations will stably guard on timeless durability of unique artifacts, exceptional monumental remains, and singular cultural landscape of Mrauk-U. Thank you. We warmly welcome you to visit the city of Mrauk-U.